Being released was probably the best thing that happened to me. I wouldn't have changed my mindset as much.
What was the conversation you had with The Rock before that segment?
He was excited to work with me, and I was obviously excited to work with him.
When did they start to see you as someone different?
And WWE is a place that reward hard work. At hard work, at the right opportunity, and that was it.
Everyone says that Randy's so easy to work with.
Super easy. He does the simplest thing, but just makes it look so good.
There's a certain amount of disrespect that's attached to you being WWE champion.
People believe I wasn't deserving of it. I was just giving it because we want to expand in India.
You saw the tweet from Tony Khan.
I was surprised. Everybody stuck up for me.
I do love Don't Hinder Jinder.
Some fan had a sign in Chicago one time that said Don't Hinder Jinder, and they zoomed in on it.
Okay, before we get into this conversation with Jinder Mahal, I just want to point out this was recorded during Wrestlemania week, before the unfortunate news that he was released on April 19th. Jinder is awesome. I love this conversation. I know that you will too. And if you've ever enjoyed any interview that we've ever had on the channel, please just take a second right now to hit a superplex on that subscribe button. It would mean a ton to me, so thank you. We're finally making this happen.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Likewise.
So thank you for making the time. I know this is a super busy week, WrestleMania week, and what a year for you. What a year for you so far, right? Like day one of this year.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a return.
Yeah. Started off hot, kind of fizzled out, but it's all good. We're going to pick it up.
But so let's start with January 1st of this year.
Yeah.
So they announced that it's going to be the return of a former WWE champion.
Yeah.
Did you at any point even see whispers that it might be you?
So I put it together. I kind of pieced it together. So I got a text from creative, hey, you guys have nothing this week. And then actually travel text says, hey, you guys don't need to, you guys are not flying out. I'm in a group chat with Indashare with our travel department. And then 20 minutes later, I get a separate text saying, actually, you are going. And I thought it was a little weird that it was just me and not Indashare, but I didn't think anything of it. And then like a few hours later, I seen an announcement on Twitter, former WWE champion returns. And I knew it wasn't going to be me, but I figured like I'm going to be a part of it. And so I texted Indashare, hey, are you guys going to Raw? They said no. So it's just me going. So I'm like, okay, it's a good chance. I think it's me. And actually it was Christmas week. I was with my family in Calgary, and I flew back, I think on the 30th. Yeah, I was flying back on the 30th. And when I was in my flight, I got a text from one of the writers, hey, can you talk on the phone? I said, I'm in the plane for a few more hours. When I land, I'll call you. So when I landed, it was one of the writers. He said, yeah, so we got you in the segment with The Rock. They're like, kayfabe. I said, yes, 100%. Yeah. I'm like, looking forward to it. So that's how I found out.
Man.
I found out 2 days before.
The reaction when you came out was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they're like, and the return of a former WWE champion. It cuts to the crowd.
Yeah.
And there's one specific guy with glasses on. And he's like, he has his phone. He's all excited.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts it down. Yeah. I think on Twitter, people had kind of figured it out that Rock is coming. So I think maybe at one point, one of the cameramen, like mid promo near the end of it, my segment, he like ran up the ramp maybe to catch Dwayne coming out, and like you can kind of see the crowd turn. But it's okay, whatever, it's all good.
But the reaction you got was so perfect.
It was, and then when I started the promo, like I feel like the crowd really got into it.
It was a great promo.
Yes, credit to Brian Gewirtz. He wrote it. So
I just feel like people sleep on how good your promos are. That promo was fantastic.
I feel like I've gotten better with experience and time. There once was a time where I hated promos. I had to memorize like every word. I remember being in like FCW, and every Wednesday we would have promos with Dusty Rhodes, and like I'd be so nervous because like the hardest people to do promos in front of are like other wrestlers. Like,
sure.
You know,
you feel like they're judging you.
Yeah. And especially in developmental, like every week matters so much. If you're trying to, get to the next level. So I used to have to memorize promos word for word. Like the morning of, I'd be like stressing, like trying to figure it out word for word. And then actually, when I became WWE champion is when I really started working on my promos. When I became #1 contender, when I came back in Gorilla, I knew that I'm going to have to step up my promos. So that day in Gorilla, right when I came back, I told Vince, I said, hey, Vince, on every live event, can I please get a promo? He called up a road dog. He said, Brian, come here. Every live event from now on, Jinder has a promo. So every live event after that, open mic, do whatever before the match, cut a promo. And through that, just got more and more experience, got more and more comfortable. Yeah, but had I not asked, hey, can I please do promos? I don't think I would have progressed as much.
You'd never know, because almost every segment was you out there cutting some sort of a heel promo.
Yeah, a lot of promos.
Getting the crowd to just hate you.
Yeah.
What was the conversation you had with The Rock backstage before that segment?
Oh, it was amazing. I met him at his hotel, and Brian Gerwirtz was there. He wrote an awesome promo. Like when he sent it to me, I was like, can we say this? Yeah. I was like, okay. I guess for Rock, anything goes. So, no, he just said, have fun. Let's do it. He was excited to work with me, and I was obviously excited to work with him. And no, he's just a class act. The Rock is amazing. For him to give me that moment, and especially Brian tell me, like, we got time, don't rush. Because I was actually kind of shortchanging myself. I was like, maybe like I'll walk and talk to the ring. He said, no. Enjoy it. Have a full entrance. Get some heat. We were allotted 20 minutes.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it was a awesome experience.
Yeah. It wasn't like you got to the ring, grabbed the mic, said a few words, and Rock's music hit. Like, you cut a legit promo.
Yes. I believe he wanted people to think like it's just going to be like, go run it long enough to where people just think this is it. More of a surprise than when Rock comes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
And then, that I think a lot of people thought that was just The Rock returning for one night, and look what it's become now.
Yes, he actually kind of left a little bit of an Easter egg. He sent me a voice note like thank you, appreciate working with you, and I'll be seeing a lot more of you around now that I'm doing things all across the board with WWE. So all across the board, and it didn't click in. After a few days later, then it did. I was like, oh, that's what he meant by doing things all across the board.
If we go way back here, where does it all begin for you? I always love talking to fellow Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
Calgary, I feel like you have to say Calgary, Alberta, Canada, because of the way Lance Storm said it. But it all begins in Calgary for you.
Yes, yeah.
And when did you fall in love with wrestling?
So I fell in love with wrestling at a young age. As long as I can remember, I was watching WWF, being from Calgary, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Bret was my guy. Before then, Ultimate Warrior. But when I saw Bret become champion, and all through that era, just being from Calgary, Bret was everybody's idol. He's like a god in Calgary. So after that, then watching guys like Rock and Stone Cold, got into Attitude Era, and then even like when I was in high school, then Cena, Orton, like the guys that I've been lucky enough to share the ring with. Like I was watching those guys in high school. I just always wanted to do it, and I just started training and just started wrestling locally in Calgary. I would wrestle for Stampede Wrestling, a few other smaller promotions every here and there, but Bruce Hart would run a show in Calgary every Friday.
Oh, wow.
Natty was there, TJ Tyson Kidd, Harry Smith, near the end, Tyler Breeze, Victor from Ascension was there. We had a nice little group of guys, good, talented guys, and we would wrestle every week. And then maybe Saturday, Edmonton or like a spot show. So we stayed busy year round.
There just wasn't really a path for people like from Canada to get to WWE. Like, I don't feel like it's the same as like what it is now. The internet's like really changed everything.
Yeah, back then WWE never came to Canada that much, and there wasn't, or to my knowledge, there wasn't like tryouts. A tryout was like when you were kind of like an extra talent, or you had a dark match or something. That was considered a tryout, and they never came that often. I did some extra work one time for a Raw. I got to go in the ring a little bit before then. Jamie Noble was kind of running matches, and I was just so nervous. I got so blown up. It wasn't a good showing.
I feel like you're deceivingly tall, like, and you're deceivingly big. I don't, maybe it's because you're in the ring with like big people all the time. Yeah, but like when someone meets you in person, they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
I hear that a lot. Everybody who meets me in person, they're like, You're big?" I guess I don't look big on TV.
How big did they think you are?
I don't know. Maybe 5'11" or something.
Although I guess when you see you in the ring with Randy or someone like that, you're nose to nose with him.
Nose to nose with Randy. Yeah, me and Randy are about the same. Me and Drew, same. Yeah, 6'5", 240.
And I think you just saying that, I think shocks people.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it in just a second. Big shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. And I've been telling you for a while how great NordVPN is at keeping me protected when I'm logged on to any Wi-Fi anywhere other than here at home. I mean, I was just reporting from London and NordVPN came in clutch there. You can use it on your phone or your computer and it's super fast. And I love that you can access content from 59 different countries just by changing your virtual location with one click. UFC 303 is coming up on June 29th. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler, and that UFC pay-per-view here in the US, it's gonna set you back $79.99. But if you change your virtual location to any of these countries on this list right here, you'll save yourself a few buckaroos. Head to nordvpn.com/CVV and check out the deal they have going on right now. For less than $3 a month, you'll be all set up and ready to go. They've also got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if NordVPN's not for you, it's all good. You're covered. nordvpn.com/CVV.
And it's also funny because when you look at you when you debuted in WWE versus you as WWE champion, they're like two completely different people.
Yes, yeah.
And I know I'm jumping all over the place with the timeline here, but it was like a reinvention for you, right? When you got released from WWE, you completely came back as a whole different version.
So I actually didn't come back as a different version. If you look back to when I came back, I wasn't in the shape that I got. But if we back up a little bit, so I got released in 2014. For like a year and a half, I wasn't doing much. I was working the indies, but not like prominent indies, not like the Ring of Honors or nothing like that. Just like the local. I was living in Texas at the time, just a little Texas indies.
Yeah.
Kind of just as like a former WWE superstar, I wasn't doing anything to reinvent myself. And I was still like unmotivated. At that time, I was just eating garbage. I was out of shape, just doing indies. And then I'd moved back to Tampa. This is before I got signed back. I'd moved back to Tampa and I just decided no more drinking. I'm going to start training. So quit alcohol. I was drinking pretty often beers. I was just so bored all day in living in Texas alone, just working indies, drinking, not training, just kind of coasting by.
Yeah.
Right. So I came back to Tampa. I was like, okay, I'm not going to drink anymore and I'm just going to train. And I'm going to diet. I got like a meal prep company, Nutrition Solutions, Chris Cavallini. I got with those guys, started dieting and everything. And then 1 month after, Mark Carano called me, hey, we want to bring you back. Raw and SmackDown are doing the roster splits.
Yeah.
And we need some guys that that are TV ready, essentially just fill roster space, didn't get hired back to become WWE champion. So when I came, I debuted like two months after that phone call. So then luckily I had already started. So I just trained and dieted for another 2 months. So when I came back with Heath Slater. When Heath was looking for a job or something, I came out with him and Mick Foley said, okay, here's Heath, you want a job? Actually, Jinder's here. You guys have a match right now and the winner gets a Raw contract. So at that time I wasn't in great shape, but I was already in the middle of the process of dieting and training. And then I'd hired a coach, do my nutrition for me. And I just took it very seriously because during that time that I was released, near the end, before I came back, I kind of realized I didn't take advantage of my opportunity. Like this was like a life-changing opportunity essentially. And I just kind of got unmotivated when I was in 3MB and along with Drew and Heath, just the way things were going. Like instead of kind of playing victim, I should have took it as an opportunity to just level up and be like, hey, listen, we got to work hard. Not, oh, we're only in 3MB. I don't have to work as hard. Like I'm not doing anything meaningful.
Yeah.
So just getting that second opportunity, I knew like, okay, like this is life-changing again. Like I'm blessed to have a second opportunity. Not that many people get that second opportunity. And I got to like maximize it. I got to take this opportunity and I really got to apply myself and focus, diet, train every day. Because, every day with WWE is a blessing. These careers are short. If we compare it to another career, it's not at 20 or 30. For some it is, but generally speaking, you have a few years, make the best of it.
Yeah.
And, use it to transition into whatever you do next. So
were you just looking in the mirror during this transition every day being like, I'm getting massive.
So I never actually got bigger. I just got super ripped. I was light.
Super ripped.
Yeah. I never got bigger. I'm 230. When I won the title, I was about 225.
So you dropped weight.
Yes.
You dropped weight to look that big.
Yeah, I wasn't big. Yeah.
You stopped saying you weren't big.
I looked bigger because I was in really good shape. Like I had a slim waist and like a V taper, and you have separation in your delts and biceps, so you look big. Like the muscle bellies are round.
Veins in your delts, veins in your pecs.
I've always been very vascular, just genetically. Like I can even have like a bit of a gut and still have like arm veins.
We hate genetics. You for that, by the way. That's ridiculous. But it was just the shape you were in was crazy.
Yeah.
You look like a guy that could win the championship at that point.
Yeah.
When did they start to see you as someone different? Than
so
just the 3MB guy?
So Vince appreciates good physique, not just because it's a good physique, but he understands the discipline it takes and the hard work it takes.
Yeah.
Especially with the schedule at that time, the amount of live events we were doing, like to maintain a single digit body fat percentage while traveling that much is a sign of dedication.
Sure.
So, and WWE is a place that they reward hard work. So, but also that hard work met the right opportunity. At that time, I had done the spot with Gronk at WrestleMania. And I remember WrestleMania week in Orlando, I'm at the hotel and I see Road Dogg in the hallway and he's like, "Hey, Jinder, big things after WrestleMania coming for you." I said, okay. I'm thinking maybe like we move up to the IC level or a US championship level, you know, a little bit more TV time, which is good. So draft happened, got drafted to SmackDown, and Rusev was actually supposed to work Randy at that pay-per-view. Rusev gets hurt, he has shoulder surgery, and I guess I was just picked. We had a six-pack challenge match. How I actually found out the night before we were on a live event, and I remember I was taping my wrist. It might have been Luke Harper. I seen on Twitter that the six-pack challenge match #1 contender. I think it was Luke Harper who told me like, "You're going to work Randy," because I was thinking Harper's going to work Randy. I looked at the list of guys: me, Sami Zayn, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, myself, and one other. I can't remember. Maybe Mojo. I can't remember who it was. I figured it's going to be Luke Harper. And Luke told me. And then Randy came a little bit later. He's like, "I guess we're working." And then before the match, Randy told me, he's like, "I think it's just a one-off because I'm still supposed to work Rusev." It's okay, whatever. It's great. I get a #1 contender match at Backlash in Chicago. Okay, great. Even if that's it, just one title shot. I was just released not even a year ago.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what changed. I got some momentum leading up to Backlash. Cut a couple promos Vince really liked, and I found out the day of, like the afternoon, say maybe like 5 p.m. I seen Road Dogg in the hallway. He said, "Hey, you're going over," and I believe he told Randy, "Hey, go talk to Vince." Like he's like, "Jinder's up, but go talk to Vince."
Yeah.
Randy went and talked to Vince. We put the finish together, and that was it.
Man, so what a wild ride! To go from being released, not really doing much, getting the call to come back a year later. You're the WWE
actually another
champion.
thing happened. Like a few days before, like I seen on Twitter, I think there was like some bettings on wrestling's going on, and I see like the odds sway in my favor. I don't know, some smart money might have came in, but the odds it's swayed in my favor. I don't know. I was just like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever.
And you didn't even know?
No, I didn't know. No, I don't know anything. I'm the last to find anything out.
Wow.
I don't want to know ahead of time. It's fine. Just I don't need to know why think about it, or worry about it, or stress about it. Just tell me as we go. Things change.
Did they tell you you're going over and we're going to keep this on you for a little while?
No idea.
Wow.
I had no idea. Just week to week, pay-per-view to pay-per-view. No, I had no idea. And then even when I lost the title to AJ, Vince brought us to the office, told me that day, because it was on a SmackDown. We were in Manchester. The match got made while we were already on the Europe tour, like the first week of the Europe tour. Match got announced while I'm already there.
Yeah.
And Vince called us into the office. "Hey, we're doing the title switch today. Jinder, you're now going to chase." that easy. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you. Let's go do it.
We'll get back to the conversation in just a second. This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew, and your first month is free. You just have to pay $5 shipping when you go to BlueChew.com and enter the promo code INSIGHT. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part is it's all done online. So no doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. So if you've ever thought about giving Blue Chew a try, this is your chance. Your first month is free when you go to BlueChew.com and enter the code INSIGHT at checkout. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Enter our new promo code, which is INSIGHT, and you'll get your first month for free. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. Big shout out to Blue Chew for sponsoring this episode.
You won clean, right? Like you could call this a clean victory against Randy, right?
I mean, it's clean.
You had some outside interference as a distraction, but it's a clean win, right?
Clean win, yeah.
Not a lot of people getting clean wins over Randy Orton.
Yes, yeah. And Randy, all credit to Randy. I would say Randy's in my opinion, the greatest. If you look at longevity, look, his ability in the ring, his pacing, heel or babyface. Good heel, better. Good babyface, even better heel.
Yeah,
amazing heel, amazing babyface. Like Randy to me is the best, and I really learned a lot. I actually, while I was number one contender, we were also in Europe before the Backlash pay-per-view. We were in Europe for 2 weeks, and I got to have a triple threat match for the entire 2-week tour with AJ and Randy. So like every night I got more and more relaxed and working like main event style, because I never worked WWE main event style is different.
What's different about it?
The pacing. Randy's so over, or AJ, these guys are so over. You don't need to like rush. Like they do a big kick out and you can like take your time to react. And I don't know, just sometimes like when you wrestle other guys lower on the card, as like I was myself, we got to do so much to like try to get a reaction. And we kind of like, I don't know, we plan too much of the match. But like with those guys, it's completely relaxed, just like in the moment, listen to the crowd. Okay, here, boom, 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 boom. And the crowd's really into it. So yeah, there's definitely is a big difference.
Everyone says that Randy's so eeasy to work with.
Super easy. Yeah.
What is it that makes him so good and makes it so easy?
Simplicity, not overcomplicating things, listening to the crowd. He knows himself. He knows his character. Just everything he does is perfect. Like there's no wasted motion. Like he does the simplest thing, but just makes it look so good. Like his punch, Garvin stomp. It's simple. Crowd's reacting. Yeah. He's just like levels above.
What's the thing from your championship run that you're most proud of?
Just becoming champion. I mean, I was a 50th ever champion.
Yeah. First
the thing that I'm most proud of is becoming WWE champion after 10 months. Within 10 months of being released. Like I came back from being released, from doing nothing, getting no bookings. Nobody was really booking me. Like, I wasn't like a hot commodity on the independent scene, to becoming WWE champion. What is it in itself?
What does it mean for you to be the first Indian WWE champion?
Yeah, it's amazing. Representation and diversity matters so much. Like when I was growing up, there was no one like me on television. We had Tiger Ali sing for a short period of time, but times were different back then, and characters were different. Foreign characters were treated differently. So it was a huge moment, man. Everybody, the South Asian community, the diaspora, we got like 2 billion people on Earth. Like one in 4 people on Earth is South Asian. Like brown, from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, just South Asian in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. The population there is huge, but also the diaspora. America, England, UK, all over, Australia. The Indian population South Asian population is very, very big. And it was a big moment for everyone, the whole community. Everybody still talks about it. Like everywhere I go, I meet people that say, yeah, man, like like, respect. Like you did it.
You must be a mega star when you go over there.
Everybody is. Honestly, everybody in WWE is. WWE is so big there. Like everybody watches it. It's crazy. But this last time we went, I made the mistake of just stepping out of the hotel, and it's not a good idea. But it's like that with everybody. Like they just like the level of admiration and respect that they have, like love for WWE is unlike anywhere else I've ever seen.
For people who don't know, what's a Maharaja?
So like the Grand King, like a Raja is a king, and the Maha means like
okay,
bigger, like the Grand King.
Yeah,
king of kings in a way.
Did you come up with the Modern Day Maharaja? That's great alliteration. Great alliteration.
I kind of stole it. I actually, so my cousin is also a wrestler. Gama Singh is my uncle. His son, Raj Singh, he wrestles in TNA. He said it like back in the day when we were tag teaming on the indies, like before I even came to WWE. So he said it first, and
hey, you're giving credit where credit's due.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he said it first. Yeah, but I made it popular.
Clearly, I feel like there's a certain amount of like disrespect that's attached to you being WWE champion.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you feel it.
Yeah.
Why?
So you know what's weird, for a period of time there was disrespect, but now all of a sudden there's respect.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's flipped.
Yeah, it's flipped. Yeah. Like I had the same thing with 3MB. Like at the time, 3MB sucks. Like what are these guys, like release 3MB? Like, but now like people everywhere I go, people are like 3MB was awesome. We love 3MB. I was like, oh, okay. But you know what it is? People think that I was just giving it, like I've heard, because of India, but I was the same when I got released. And if I didn't have that transformation and really have that mindset change and apply myself fully, I wouldn't have became WWE champion.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's a business, but so is every other champion. Like WWE is a business. So I think people believe like I wasn't deserving of it. I was just giving it because of, we want to expand in India. But India was there while I was released, when I was in 3MB, when I debuted.
Yeah.
The market's always been big since Great Khali.
And people forget that it was not just a few weeks that you held the title. It was 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
It's a real title reign.
Yeah, 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, and like again, to win it clean from Randy.
Yeah.
And then to transition from there to AJ.
Shinsuke, then AJ, yep.
It's pretty fantastic.
It was good, man. I got to do so many things. Got to main event like every arena in the world, majority of the arenas in the world. Not Madison Square Garden, though. It's still on the bucket list. I don't know if it'll ever happen. Main eventing Madison Square Garden, but London O2 Arena. We went all over the world. South America, Chile. Chile's amazing. Argentina. I didn't get to defend the championship in India. I had lost it by then, but I had the match with Triple H right after that. But I got to take the championship on a media tour. So that was very cool. That was a highlight moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. To promote the India show, I went 2-3 months before, took the WWE Championship there. It was an amazing time. But the match I got to have with Triple H in India, another highlight moment.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, amazing
like
crowd.
Listing off bucket list items.
Yeah, and that was actually one of his last matches, maybe one of his last 10. So lucky to be able to have that experience with Triple H, especially in India.
What's it like putting together a match with Triple H?
We didn't put a lot of it together. We just called it in the ring.
Wow.
Like, especially tours or live events, we don't get there that long before the match or the show. Maybe we get there like as doors are opening, an hour. He had stuff going on during the day, not during the day, at the arena, meeting with people. So did I. I had some meet and greets. I remember like I didn't even really warm up that well. I got my wrist tapes. He's getting taped up. We're talking about the finish. And we're not sure who's going to be heel, who's going to be babyface. And I think I gave him I had an idea. I said, let's do old school intros. It was a non-title match, but it's the main event. So just do old school intros. And from there, we'll kind of gauge the way it's going to go. And he was actually very giving in the match. Like, give me a tackle. I'll give him one tackle. He took like a huge bomb. I was like, all right. It's like, yeah, all right.
What was the original pitch for 3MB?
So I don't know. Okay, so I'll tell you the full story. So I
okay.
can't remember where we were. I get to the arena. get to the locker room at call time 2:00, and I hear Heath Slater saying, "Oh man, I'm gonna get a band." Like I just talked to Vince, and I jokingly said, like, watch, I'll be in the band. Complete joke. And some names are being thrown around: Johnny Curtis, Fandango. At that time, Dean Ambrose was doing some dark matches. Maybe Dean Ambrose.
Could you imagine Dean Ambrose and 3MB?
Yeah. Luckily that didn't happen for him. But yeah, we're just, maybe Kurt Hawkins, just like throwing usual names. But then me and Drew are walking in the hallway. No, it was just me in the hallway. And I see Scott Armstrong. He has the card. I'm like, hey, Scott, who am I working today? Can I see the card? Okay, Heath Slater versus, I think it's Brodus Clay with Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre. And at the same time, one of the writers, Kevin Eck, he grabs Drew McIntyre right at the same time, like takes him to the stands. I guess he had to break the news to him. I was like, okay, I guess I'm in the band. And then I think we were still going to, we were talking about, I'm still going to keep my trunks. And then Vince had said, no, leather pants for everybody. So we had to go to the seamstresses, get leather pants made. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. We had an air guitar practice. Okay. So the next week, before the leather pants are ready, I think we had one more run in or something. We had something going on. And at the end of it, like we're told to dance. So I'm doing like it out, like Indian dance, Punjabi dance, and I don't know what Drew's doing, and he's air guitaring. We come back, we get in trouble. Like, you guys are a band. What are you guys doing? You guys are like, have to do something together. Like, you guys don't look like a band, like a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So like, they're like, go to the FCW and you guys work out some stuff. So we went to FCW. They booked it out. Bill DeMott gave us the entire the big ring, and we just practiced air guitar
in the ring.
Yeah, in the ring. Yeah.
Did you realize when they handed this to you that this doesn't seem like a faction that might win a lot of matches?
Yeah, I knew. And I kind of. I knew it was gonna take a lot to come back from this. Like, to kind of after this, I need to somehow reinvent myself, like in a big way.
And this is just when it's starting out.
Yeah. But at the same time, we got to make the best of it.
Sure.
Yeah. We have this gimmick. We don't have a choice. We got to make the best of it.
Did you feel like at any point you could say, I don't want to do this?
Well, we thought we were a real rock band and acted like one and partied like one. So it was fun. So it was a great time with Heath and Drew. At that time, it was fun, but I wasn't training or taking it seriously. We would only just have short matches and show up hungover, which was wrong. Like, had I applied myself like I did when I came back, I could have reinvented myself and came out of 3MB and done something great, better than being released.
So then when you did get released, were you like, kind of expected this?
No, I didn't, because we were booked a lot. We were booked on every live event, every TV. Well, we weren't doing much, but we were on every week. We were on TV a lot. And I had my calendar for like 2-3 months in advance, booked on everything, tours, everything. I don't know, just sometimes you don't think you're going to get released. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to happen. Actually, when I got the call, I was thinking, maybe I'm off live events this week. I don't know, like maybe my schedule is like, hey, we need you to go in here and here. Like, plans change. You're on the other house show loop. So yeah, I didn't think I was going to get released. So it was a bit of a shock.
That's got to be such a tough moment, because this is your dream, when you're a kid. Your dream's to be in WWE.
Yeah.
Now you're in WWE, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's taken away.
Yeah, it's tough, because I was really young at that time too. That was 2014, so I was 27.
I love how long it took you to put that together.
I'm not a mathematician. It's 27.
Yeah, so that, I mean,
I was really young, and and I, especially before 3MB, I did the NXT finals with Seth Rollins, and I really felt like I was starting to break out a little bit, but then kind of 3MB was a big step back. But I don't know, I was just kind of hoping that I'd get a chance to reinvent myself, but I did, but
it was just on a different timeline.
Yeah, but looking back, like, being released was probably the best thing that happened to me. In all fairness, like, I wouldn't have got as motivated or like changed my mindset as much. Because getting released, like you reflect, like and getting that second opportunity, having that appreciation for that second run, right?
Yeah.
You kind of become complacent. I had become complacent when I was in 3MB, just phoning it in, not putting in the best effort, which is absolutely wrong, especially in WWE, because you can't take this career or time in WWE for granted, right?
Both you and Drew. Like
Drew.
Both of you guys reinvented yourself. Both of you guys
Drew,
look totally different.
Next level. Yeah. Drew's I would say Drew's one of the greatest professional wrestlers in the world, bar none. He can do everything. He's so athletic. His promos, especially now, the Drew that we're seeing now, incredible. The confidence, right? Amazing.
Did you see that in him when you guys were in 3MB?
Yes. When I was in FCW and Drew was on SmackDown as the chosen one, like I would look at Drew and be like, man, if only I could get to Drew's level. Like, no, he's always been the man. Like even in 3MB, like sometimes he would have like the odd singles match and like just tear the place down. Like he was just frustrated and he would just put on a crazy performance. I'd be like, wow, like this guy's the man.
I loved seeing all these people that were like, 2 of the 3 guys in 3MB are now world champions.
WWE. Yeah, who would have thought, right?
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, which is going to get Heath Slater on board.
I mean,
that second run.
He's still got time,
Yeah, he's still got kids, so let's get it going.
He's still got kids.
Yeah, he's still got those kids, yeah.
Where are you at now? Where's your motivation now?
So, motivation now is, I just know you have to be ready all times. Anything could happen. Because my career has always been ups and downs. I'm doing nothing. Oh, I'm WWE champion. Oh, I'm 24/7 champion. I'm doing nothing. Oh, shoot, day one, I'm at The Rock. Oh, shoot, I got a title match with Seth Rollins. So I just stay ready. Luckily, like, I went to NXT for a year or 6 months with Indus Sher. We got drafted to Raw. And then I'm just managing them and I'm pitching some six-man tags or, hey, I want to wrestle. I kind of got told, like, for now, you're just managing. Luckily, I stayed in shape because after the Rock promo, the plan was not to wrestle Seth. It was just one Rock promo, and I think it just went well, and we need a match with Seth.
They remembered how great you were.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So all it takes is one moment. And I tell that to other people in the locker room too. Sometimes guys are down or they're frustrated. I just tell them, guys, stay positive. Do what's in your control, right? I can only control what I can control. So more than motivation, I just have good habits, and I tell myself, a positive message at all times. Positive affirmations. I think positive because it's easy to get negative. And
is that every day? Positive affirmations?
No, I mean, no, I don't tell myself. Just in general, like I have a positive mindset.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime I start to feel myself like thinking negatively, like I make a point to change it. Like, no, like don't even think that. Like, yeah. Just staying ready, staying humble, doing what I can. And if my job is to manage Indus Sher, I'm going to be the best manager possible, right?
Yeah.
Also, the motivation is like helping this next generation, helping guys like Indus Sher, or when I was with Shanky or Singh Bros, Singh Brothers, all these guys. Like I really want to see them excel, and I really do my best, whatever I can, whatever experiences I have, because I do have a lot of experiences in WWE or anybody in the locker room. But like right now, Indus Sher, is helping them with their matches. Because both those guys come from different backgrounds. Veer, former baseball player, Saurav Sangha is an actor. So they're new to wrestling.
Yeah.
So just helping those guys out and telling them just, hey, stay ready, right? At any time, like, could be tag team champions, we could be on a pay-per-view, like, and when that opportunity comes, we have to knock it out of the park.
Right.
Yeah. Is that one bad performance that sets you back a year or 6 months, just having good habits is important. Having discipline, living a disciplined life is very important. As you know, man, you're in shape.
I'm trying to keep up with you.
You're a cement boy. You know what it is. Yeah, it's a lifestyle, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sucks, but this is the job.
You're right. It's the decisions that you make every day. Like that's what discipline's all about.
Yeah.
Is you have the choice, right? Is it eat the chocolate cake, which sounds great, by the way?
Yeah.
Or is it eat like the chicken breast or whatever it happens to be? And that compounds over time.
Yeah, Compound Effect. Yeah,
Yes.
there's a great book called The Compound Effect.
Oh.
Yeah, it's about that. Where all these small wins, they compound.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, please do it.
You came really close to beating Seth Rollins. Like that was like the way they booked that match.
Yeah.
It made it feel like
it would have been. It would have been amazing. It would have been a great moment. Right before WrestleMania, like creating some buzz like that.
Yeah.
Like even if he wins it back a week later or something. WWE, I would like to see more surprises. Like when I became WWE champion, it was a big surprise.
Yeah.
We get surprises, but I think we need a little bit more.
Most of the champions right now have held
it for a long time. Seth, Damian Priest, even with the Money in the Bag, the tag team.
Roman, of course.
Roman, Judgment Days, been some time. Logan Paul, U.S. Championship. All the champions have been champions for a while. Yeah, I would love to see one of the titles like switch really quick. And just keep things interesting. But I get it. The championships, like when whatever superstars hold them for a long time, it does really elevate them to a next level. So I understand. I see it, and it's kind of more old school where the champion is a champion for a long time. Yeah, I do like that too.
Where were you when you saw the tweet from Tony Khan?
I was at home. I think it was early in the day. I think I had just done cardio, and Drew had texted me, and I got like a bunch of texts in a row. I was like, "What? I got to see this." And I opened up the Twitter, and that's what I saw. Thank you, Tony. Yes, you made that match with Seth more interesting. More people watched it. Yeah, people obviously thought I was gonna win it just to spite Tony.
There was so much buzz around that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
because of that one tweet.
I was surprised. Everybody stuck up for me.
Of course,
it never happened before.
And then WWE put a montage on YouTube of like, here's Jinder Mahal's championship run. Check it out.
Okay, yeah, they did. Yes, yeah, they did. Yeah,
you're right. You're the former WWE champion.
Yeah.
If you're inserted into a championship match, it should make sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that does make sense.
And it makes things interesting. Like I believe, especially with Seth being the kind of workhorse champion that he is, like he defends it with anybody. Yeah.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Because the way that the championship match came, the title came, it was through a promo where I essentially insulted him in character. So he said, "Okay, you want a shot? You get it. Nothing wrong with that, right?"
I do love Don't Hinder Jinder.
Yes.
I think that's fantastic.
Do you know how it started?
Tell me.
It was a sign in Chicago. Some fan had a sign in Chicago one time that said "Don't hinder Jinder," and they zoomed in on it, and it just kind of took off and has a life of its own.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's not something. I don't think I've ever said "Don't hinder Jinder" ever on. I don't think I've ever said it on TV or anything. It's just kind of.
It's just
in the background. Yeah,
it's a thing that's attached to you, though.
It is. A lot of people say it to me. Like if I'm walking down the street, like here at WrestleMania week, people around, like, "Don't hinder Jinder." Like I said, just saying, "Hey Jinder," they say, "Don't hinder Jinder."
When you walked into the hotel, by the way, did you just get bombarded here? Because this is the WrestleCon hotel.
Not bombarded, just a few. I was on my phone when I was busy.
Yeah, just looking down. Because
I like meeting fans, especially WrestleMania time. That's what I really missed because during COVID. We didn't have any experiences like this. There was no WWE World or Access.
Yeah. And
last year I didn't get to go in Los Angeles. So I like being in the city where WrestleMania is, even if I'm not doing anything, just being around the buzz, the whole city comes alive and all the wrestling fans are here and other wrestlers. Like I have friends in different promotions, independent wrestlers that are here for WrestleCon, working independents. And, I get to see them. So it's like a big reunion.
Is WrestleMania 34 a real highlight for you?
When I won the U.S. Championship?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. It was supposed to be Randy and Bobby Roode in a singles. And somehow, I think maybe Randy made it happen into a triple threat at least. And then, I think he got me at it. And then Rusev Day took off. And then he got added in. And it was awesome. And no one expected me to win that night either.
It's like the story of your career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All good. And then I didn't really have a long reign with it. I think the next week I lost it to Jeff Hardy. I got drafted to Raw. He stayed on SmackDown, or he came to SmackDown with the U.S. Championship. So I didn't have a long reign, but whatever. It's all
but you
good.
had the
I won.
WrestleMania moment.
WrestleMania moment. Yeah, exactly.
I was talking to Bobby Roode about this. He's like, yeah, the match was great, but I didn't get my entrance. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, Bobby's like, I didn't get to hear my song play at WrestleMania. I guess
maybe they're paying a package or something.
I think another match ran over or something.
Yeah, so. we did get cut time, and my entrance was really long actually because I didn't know why the music just kept playing and playing and playing. But then actually, when I watched it later, they were showing all the international commentators like during my entrance, whatever.
It's a heck of a theme song. Your theme song can play as long as we want.
I get that a lot. A lot of people tell me that, like, oh, your theme's a banger. Even a lot of the boys. Actually, Tamina told me one time my entrance music was playing and Vince was dancing in Gorilla.
What?
Yeah. What? I said the same thing. I was like, what? So yeah, he was dancing in Gorilla like Indian dancing.
Do you remember hearing it for the first time?
Yeah, I didn't actually like it that much.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Because based off of what I had given them to kind of as inspiration, it was nothing like that. So
what did you give them?
Other Punjabi songs you wouldn't know, like just Indians. There's an artist called Diljit, Diljit. I gave him some of his songs as like a sample, and but I love it. It's good.
You love it now.
I love it. It grew on me. Yes,
I can't believe you wouldn't hear that for the first time and be like, "Yes, it's great."
Just because I had given something else.
So your expectations were different.
Yes, different. Yeah. But it's all good. I love it. Yeah.
Like from the second it hits, it's like, yes, we don't like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a dope song. Perfect for me. My music got switched temporarily when I was with Shanky, something else, but luckily it got brought back. When I was in NXT, they brought it back.
What did you do to work on your promos? Because I feel like you can really see a transition.
Yeah. So I started also working with an acting coach.
Oh.
That really helped. And just experience, just relaxing, because habit is to like be tense and yell, be a heel, but you just got to relax, talk, not plan word for word, just be conversational and listen to the crowd, acknowledge the crowd. Like it just takes time. It just takes time and experience. And luckily, I had asked for those extra promos on the live events.
I feel like there's an element of Muhammad Hassan when you start speaking in another language.
Yeah.
And the crowd like gets just infuriated because you're yelling at them in another language. We don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not saying something good about us.
Yeah.
And is there some sort of an element there? Like, I guess Sean Devary is backstage. He worked with Muhammad Hassan so closely.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some inspiration there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. A lot of foreign heels in WWE, WWF speak different language. So yeah, it's just like Pro Wrestling 101, right? It's just one of those things that it just always works.
But right? you are cutting a promo.
Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah.
So if somebody does speak,
it's Punjabi. Yeah, they'll love it. Yeah, because they understand it. Because WWE is global, right? Like all these languages, everybody understands. They relate to. Like that's a good thing with it. That's what I really like. WWE shows. It's diversity, different languages, people from all over the world, different languages, different cultures, come together in this one place and put on live television.
What did you learn from the acting coach that really helped your promos?
Pacing. And sometimes I used to make the mistake of I'd get a script and as the sentence is written, I would read it and then take a pause at the period. Because humans don't talk like that, right? I might say a word and then continue.
Yeah.
Not say, that is a nice shirt you're wearing. Take a pause.
Yeah,
right? And it's like that. Yeah. That's a nice shirt, right? So just, and I didn't even realize that. Like when he told me that, he's like, you kind of have a habit of just reading it as the period is, and you take up spot at the period. So just working on that, being more conversational.
What are the goals you still have in WWE? Because you've ticked a big one off, right?
Yeah.
WWE Champion. Yeah. What are the goals you have?
I want to become a Grand Slam champion. So I still need a tag team championship and the IC title. The IC title is like my title when I was growing up, Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart and Ken Shamrock. And man, I used to love the IC championship. But somehow it's evaded me my whole career. And Gunther's got a pretty good lock on it. So we'll see. But yeah, Grand Slam champion. Just longevity. just continue doing what I'm doing.
You've got longevity. I mean, this is, I think this is 20 years in the business this year, right?
From when I started. Yeah. I started 2004. Yeah. Stampede Wrestling 2004. I got signed in 2010. Debuted on SmackDown in 2011. When I watch my stuff back, oh my goodness.
What do you
What's
see?
going on?
What do you see when you watch it back?
I sometimes feel like I was too young, like, to be in that position. Like, I really wish I would have debuted. Like, somehow I would have debuted like when I was 30 and just had like this monster run. That way, when I became champion, like, because another reason why, like, I kind of maybe got pushed back from when I became WWE champion was like the way I was presented my entire WWE career until that moment. I was just underdeveloped as a performer, confidence, promos, in every way, but it's all good.
But then after that, you go back down. Like, I don't know the stats on this, but you're probably one of the only people to be WWE champion and also 24/7 champion.
I think the only one.
There it is. You're making history.
Yeah, the only one, yeah.
But it's like from the top to like the 24/7 champion.
Yeah.
It's strange that the booking doesn't have like any sort of like, I don't know, consistency to it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can become champion again.
That's true.
So,
like at any point.
Maybe that's a unique thing with me. Like, that's what I always kind of like view myself as, almost like a utility player, where whatever I'm needed for. I can do comedy stuff. I can be serious. I can do promos. I can do main event. You know, I can, and I think that's why maybe I've had some longevity in WWE, because you can put me in any position. You know, I can do everything in a way.
You did some fun stuff with R-Truth around the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
Like, didn't you win the championship on a plane?
Yeah. We were going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. That was cool, and it got so many views, like millions of views somehow. It was like the most viewed of that week or that month, or like it got a lot of views. People just like to be entertained. And that's what WWE is. It's just entertainment. I don't take it too seriously. It is what it is. Like, that's why I like doing comedy stuff. This past week, I just wrestled Tozawa on main event. Had a great time. Like, he's awesome. And we did like a little bit of comedy stuff. I really like working Santino Marella. Like, he's one of my all-time favorites, and he's just so entertaining. And
another fellow Canadian.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff you can do with him. And like, he can be in a main event, and you can do an opening match, you can do a promo. Like, I just love performer wrestlers with versatility.
Do you appreciate this run so much more because you got released, because it was taken away from you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like everything, you appreciate things more once, you know, they've been taken away. You become complacent, or not entitled. Some people get entitled, but, you know, it's, at that time it was terrible, and like I didn't understand why, and I like kind of acted like I was the victim. But looking back, it was the best thing that happened to me, and I wouldn't be in the same position I'm in if that didn't happen.
When you say you want to be Grand Slam champion, is it more appealing right now to be the Intercontinental champion or to win the World Championship again, to be the WWE champion again?
World Championship.
Okay.
Yeah. World. But I already ticked that off.
Yeah.
Because if I became IC, I still wouldn't be a Grand Slam champion. I would still need tag team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna be the tag team with?
Veer Sangha. Freebird rules. Right?
Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah.
Or right now we don't have any Indians training anybody South Asian at the NXT. I would really like to see, you know, WWE sign someone, you know, help them, bring them up, and then maybe with them. But right now, Veer and Sangha are doing really good. You know, I love their look, their intensity. We just need that opportunity. We need that one breakout moment, and it's coming.
I can tell there's just such an appreciation that you have for the job that you have.
Yeah.
Like, just an appreciation of like, if you need me to do this thing, I'll do it. You need me to be the champ for 6 months? Sure, I'll do that too.
Yeah, I appreciate things. I don't take things too seriously, and I'm a genuine fan. Like, I know a lot about WWE history, wrestling history. I even keep up with what's going on in the independents right now, and I think a lot of people don't know that about me.
Yeah?
Maybe people, I feel that way. Like, people don't know maybe that I started on the indies, or like I have appreciation for the business. I love the business. I respect the business. I'm like a student of the game. Like I study everything. I watch everything. I know all kinds of independent wrestlers. I keep up with them. I keep in contact with them. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me.
Yeah, I just think that there's some people think that once you're in WWE, that maybe you didn't watch wrestling before or whatever.
Or maybe they just thought like they got me from somewhere and just trained me. And
no, you did it all. I mean, you were working with Natalya, Tyson Kidd, TJ Wilson. I feel like when you talk about Calgary, those are like some of the big names.
Yeah, those guys are. Yeah. Even when I was training, like they were like the guys that you knew that were and gal with Natalya, like this group is gonna go to WWE. This group is gonna. I remember like thinking for sure, like, oh, I just remember Harry was like 18, 19. I was like, wow, like this guy could be the youngest world champion ever. Like he was that good. He still is an amazing guy. Looks good, great technical wrestler, and I believe he's in Japan right now. Yeah. He's doing good there.
I think MLW too.
MLW, yeah, wherever he is, he does maybe some blood sport stuff.
Yes, yeah. See, you know
exactly.
Yeah. So if Bret was your guy, what's your favorite Bret match?
Iron Man match, Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Bret, Mr. Perfect. So when I was a kid, like I didn't know good wrestling from bad wrestling. I just loved it all. Like Bret, Yokozuna, like amazing. Yeah. But Bret Diesel, I'm losing my mind. Like Bret anybody, doesn't matter. Yeah, it could be like I don't know, anybody. Any Bret match was good. Like he just sold and he was the underdog. Like you're just cheering for him just to overcome who's ever. Generally, he was in there with bigger dudes.
He also had a way of making it look so real.
He did the turnbuckle, just the selling,
and his punches, like Bret was
he did.
so ahead of his
like
time.
A lot of heart,
yes,
no pun intended.
But Bret was so ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
you look at his matches now, and they still,
they still hold up.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, Owen Hart, another guy way ahead of his time. His in-ring style, his technical, working quick. I think Calgary had that style with Dynamite Kid.
Yeah,
a lot of the Japanese guys would come, like Tiger Mask before he was Tiger Mask, come for the excursions. The European guys would come. It was kind of like a melting pot of styles. And the British Mid Commonwealth Championship, like not the heavyweights, but like the middleweights, like those guys have put on amazing matches. Davey Boy Smith, when he was lighter and younger, he was awesome there. So yeah, they had a lot of guys. Even their heavyweights were amazing. David Schultz, Jake the Snake Roberts was there, like really young. You ever see that?
No.
Yeah, you got to look back. Yeah, Jake the Snake's in
Stampede.
Yes, yeah. Jake Roberts. Yeah, he's very young.
Are people surprised when they find out you're Canadian?
I think now with the internet, everybody knows.
But it wasn't like Heart Foundation or like Edge and Christian. Like they're waving flags, like know they're Canadian.
Yeah. I think with the internet, everybody knows. And another unique thing about me is I'm from Calgary, but I'm not trained by the Harts. I trained with Bad News Allen, Bad News Brown, Jerry Morrow, my Uncle Gama, even Rick Titan, Rick Bogner, the second Razor Ramon. Yeah. But I had so many guys like train me, Phil LaFawn, just so many guys like in that Calgary area. They would come by, but main coaches, Bad News Allen, Bad News Brown, or Jerry Morrow.
Other than your family, of course, what do you miss most about Canada?
I
really miss snow. I miss Swiss Chalet. Nobody misses snow. Come on.
Especially around Calgary, the nature, the mountains.
Yeah.
The summers. Right there.
My sister lives in Calgary, actually. She lives in Airdrie.
Yeah. Calgary Stampede.
That's a fun time.
Yeah.
Every time I go back, I land and I tell my parents, I say, we need to go to the closest Swiss Chalet.
Yeah.
I miss Swiss Chalet and Tim Hortons, of course.
Yeah. No, Canada's a great place. Calgary's growing so much. Every time I go, it's getting bigger and bigger, especially the time that I've been gone. There's like these neighborhoods that popped up where it was just farms before.
Yeah.
You
did that segment with Gronk. Mm-hmm. How did that all come together?
I didn't know. So I didn't know it was going to happen ahead of time. I had access that morning, or now it's WWE World. I had like a signing.
Yeah.
usually the guys who aren't doing anything on WrestleMania, the day of WrestleMania, they send them there for the meet and greet signings or whatnot. I'm at the signing and I don't have my phone on me. And I do like 2 hours of signing, and then I got to go straight to I think I was going to go to the hotel and then to the arena, go a little bit later. I'm just in the Battle Royal and whatever. It's all good. And I get to my phone and I have like all these missed calls. Mark Carano, Vince, like all these missed calls. Like, what's going on? And I call them. They're like, hey, get to the arena right now. Where are you? I'm like, I'm at Access. They're like, okay, hurry up. We got a van for you. So I get in the van and I go straight there, and I get there. They're like, I think maybe it was Road Dogg. He said, hey, you're doing this spot with Gronk. We got rehearsal. Come right now to the ring. And it was pretty simple. We just had to map out what was the spot with the beer or what was going to bring him in. How are we going to get to the floor there? And then with the tackle, he asked me ahead of time, like, hey, like he kind of asked me, like, how do you work the tackle? I'm just hit me. Actually, he hit me really hard. My back of my head, my neck hit the bottom rope. My neck was sore for like a few weeks after that.
Isn't that funny that a professional football player is asking you how to tackle?
No, like safely, like yeah. Nah, just hit me, like, cause just hit me, you'll be fine. I'm like, just be square with me, like don't put your shoulder in me. I'm like chest to chest, you can hit me as hard as you want.
Yeah,
because generally we do hit each other pretty hard on a tackle. You just don't want to, bend down and like hit your shoulder. If you go chest to chest. You go chest to chest.
We heard that one.
Yeah, it's nice and snug, but you don't get injured.
You've been someone that I've wanted to have on the show for so long.
Yeah.
So thank you for making this happen.
Oh, thank you, man.
And I know this is a super busy week, so I appreciate you making the time.
Anytime. I look forward to doing it again sometime.
I would love to do that. I'd love to have you in the studio next time you're in LA.
Yeah, for sure.
I end every interview with gratitude because it's such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
What are 3 things in your life that you're grateful for right now?
This platform WWE has provided me for all these years, my health, and just the relationships that I have with everybody, that through this business or just my personal life. Just I'm big on relationships. Relationships are everything. Just networking, meeting good people, like-minded people. Oh yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.